try and get the lighting right, or what's the light. Anyway, she's going to start doing podcasts and I want to make sure that I like what I'm doing. So, I'd just like to read you an article. That was from September 1990. Sword fighters. Researched a lot. This was the martial arts illustrated. The article was called It's Fighting Blades. Copyright. The sun's rays come through a shroud of the sky. Cold wind or a sense of freshness in my battle condition. I stretch my weary arms and I raise my head high. Victorious victory was undeniable. I rose triumphant in what must have been my longest and hardest combat. Never before in my meager existence had I been spiritually gazing downward towards my slim. My feelings of bitterness, anger, frustration had strangely changed the conclusion to that of respect and a deep admiration for skill and ability, courage and strength in what we call life. Indeed, I would never have believed I was capable of so much compassion for that of my adversary. Lay there battling me, not dead, yet stony still, his eyes wide, staring at me in space. His agony again, shooting. This moment in time was clearly my finest. The seas of ultimate conquest, the sheer excitation, the game, and the bizarre closeness to that, death, mortality. Without question, I had been stronger, swifter, more skillfully cunning, in one absolute judgment of consequence. The gods had gracefully smiled upon me. Our bodies had smashed and crashed each other in a melange of bone-to-bone conflict. Conclusively, only one warrior was left standing. Passive air was still. All at once I wrenched out a loud battle war cry, sheen to bounce and echo. A vibrant jubilation filled me, and as this bright flame of my life dims, as the colours I see run dry, all that will remain in my mind's eye is this single, cherished instance of greatness. Now, deep within the internal spirit of man or humankind, instinct is a familiar trait, a trait to which we have no real control over. A moment of single, impetuous, irrational reaction in an instance of threat or danger. Instinct, I believe, is not an emotional condition as such. The natural balance of nature holds no set boundaries, no rules in which to draw from, except a candid state of innate survival, the fittest, strongest, more skillful. Man is intuitively the hunter or survivor. In fact, our human descent is potentially that of, well, the killing kind. It is without doubt a base part of humanity's physical and mental makeup, a virtually inherent factor, a will to persist, a will to endure. If we take a look at our existence, we see that physical aggression is surely a telltale sign, that of our basic impulse of conduct of species. This has deep origins closely related to the animal kingdom. These comparisons or interrelated origins are similar in many ways. For instance, behavior, habit, expression, and an uncanny presence of a native territoriality leadership or pack protection and a threat. Now, sadly, at some time in our lifespan, we will have all inevitably experienced the term ceaseless nemesis. What am I talking about? A destiny, fated, ceaseless nemesis, destiny eventually to retard or basic roots, where passive rationality or a fraction of time will hold no share, purely congenital mechanical reflex of anger will be remain. We will all feel at some time that we have to defend what we view belongs to us in flesh, or in fact material goods. Or we will fight for what we believe is morally right or morally wrong to the individual, or obligated to. Mankind is without, or humankind, shall I say, without question, animalistic in reality and seemly. Compassion, ethos, and patient deliberation are some of the more reasoning characteristics that separate our responses from that of animals. Implying that man is completely civilized is in essence a contradiction in terms. Bear in mind that Homo sapiens is the only race, well, one of the only races, that will kill or sport or pleasure and feel no shame, and intuitively no remorse. Nor merely aspire to be more superior, to be the strongest, to be the leader, the chieftain, or the victor, is the thorough psyche of competitive goal. In humandom or mandom, man is and always has been a surviving beast, a cunning beast among beasts, a slayer of giants. Yet individually the humane of us who claim to be civil or ethic oriented would religiously look at this aspect and judge the actions and the manner of their fellow kind, who of course find fault with the most simple, direct expression, defiance, or show of aggression. Whether this is scrupulously right or wrong, the solution is definitely as individual as human nature itself. Each side having a good argument, a viable opinion, but each right in certain principles to a finalized lesson epilogue. Now, a breed that I feel separates itself from our model society is that fighter. By nature, fighters are indubitably the supernature in survival or prolonged existence. Their code is of the warrior to win throughout great trial or great ordeal. They pit themselves in mortal combat of varied rules, fighting men strive and fighting women strive for totality, physical, psychological, and material, vital, environmental plane of supreme existence. A thirst to be a champion or a competitive combat. The desire, taste, or element of danger is the quest to quench thirst, conquer one's victim, to be a figurehead of men or women in the world, paramount men or women. Now, if we take a long look at our long-lamented historical past, we will see that the intrepid fighters, soul of mankind and womankind, prospered as far back as our forefathers or mothers, and have passed down recorded these feats of courage, daring for future generations, to of course learn by. The warrior strain in ages past take many forms, from barbarian, Puritan, that of holy man or priest, came from many different cultures and countries, and even tribes. These individuals were admired and respected for their great leadership, strategy, and skill in great warfare. They were looked upon as great liberators. This rare breed of fighting creature fought for life, freedom, or the right to opinion. He was a bringer about of changes. The populace at that point, like sheep, of course, followed these unique, strong men and women, courageous warriors. As time progressed, as time does, society around this creature became more civilized. These winners of wars, defenders of a faith, became in sense retired by rationality and realism and pacifism, that of the moral young, lover of life, felt argument and bitter opinion best be settled by verbal logic. So the fighter, who was once the only natural articulate ruling species, became an old way of doing things, or the last resort in finding a solution to a difficult problem. To understand what motivates this scarce race of man or woman, one must indeed attempt or feel to be one of them, or in any case, part of them, part of the fellow horde. In my past as a fighter of sorts, I was once questioned by a passive intellectual what I gained from fighting or competing. I pondered for a while. I turned the question carefully over. I answered and replied, it's a charge, a buzz of overthrowing my adversary on both a physical, mental level. To me, that comprised it all. This was my answer and peace of mind. Testing my ability to its full was what I believed the adventure of it all. If one takes away a man's psyche and you beat him physically and technically, that man, that woman is beaten. You can do no more. You are the victim. Of course, to the untrained or even untested eye, any type of combat will surely appear as an inconsequential blare, resulting in nothing more than aggressive slaughter. But the sheer will of the indomitable fighter, I believe, must be instinct for combat. A real inheritance which for select few is the epitome of life itself. Instinct for me has no morality. Its impulsion has no control. Yet we can train within its structures. If we watch a film or a video or a DVD where vendetta is the main storyline, we definitely want to see the good guy seek his revenge on the bad guy counterparts for the wrong that was done to him or her. We do not question the good guy's methods of vengeance. No, we enjoy the violent banter and feel that justice has been done. Who is right? Who is wrong? In honesty, I feel that fighting man and women values have little place in modern society. The qualities that drive this strain go far beyond that of a common man. The warrior's world is the arena. Man and woman pitted against man and woman for the ultimate superiority. True test of fighting, technical skill in every sense of the word. Similarities between the fighting nature and the instinct to realise a fight exponent go hand in hand. How would one exemplify a race whose only main joy is to compete in matches of combat, hand or man, with significant more danger brought in? Sometimes with a set of rules, and of course, sometimes often not. It seems an outdated attitude on the way we conduct our lives in today's civilized culture. Is this perhaps one of those main reasons that eye-stretching controversy is exciting, and what a man or woman who participate in sports or combat great personal hardship or prestige to possibly be a nature, or indeed confront that fear. All fighting men and women are great ones. I can care, look to greatness. I'll say it again, all fighting men or women or great warriors. I can care, look to greatness and all the trimmings that go with it. They subconsciously seek immortality. Although not in a dire sense. A particular fighting man or woman becomes a champion and people see his or her crowning glory or victory, then their finest moment features an array of supporters in their hearts and minds long after that warrior's demise. A visualization or memory stays inside the followers or the spectators' heads. For me, this is real immortality. Immortality of memories. It's what John L. Sullivan, Bruce Lee, Attila Rowan all have in common. They've all been truly immortalised by others who they embrace to their skill, war, their memory. Humankind appears to me, on the whole, to have a two-sided nature or mentality. The first side is this level-headed rationalist who is logical, kind and considerate. When threatened or pushed into a corner, though, the personality will take a 360-degree turn around, resort to completely unreasonable, resort to a completely unreasonable aggressor or extreme maniac, whose violent orientations can be verbal without question, reflexive physical potential. Analytically, fighters are able to tap into this anger or aggressive energy, shall we say, and concentrate it on the technical content of offensive and defensive arsenal that is hopefully effective in the martial arts, combat sports, for contests and across self-defense. This must become reflex. If in sports, fighting exponents compete or partake in the variants of combat arts that they feel suits and satisfies their character, will, or mentality. Although the culture has given these warriors a set of rules, accordance, safety, and equity, in a sad sense, it has once tamed, once needed to be fighting man or woman. By the same token, as all things progressed. Modern science has enhanced the skilled fight exponent tenfold, the mental and physical sense. Even though this prime of these has lost its bold brass narratives, I feel existing even in today's lifestyle of fast food and in this case electronics. It's pleasing that some traditions remain untapped. It is with great praise that some individual fighting systems have still retained their original form, their original sciences, customs and rituals that have been secretly changed and civilized by society for many years. Sort of a closet practice fighting arts, which came in many assortments, many sciences, many types. One of these such secret fighting arts is that of the circle man or the bare knuckle fighter. The art of the bare fist fighter, as we know, is illegal, totally against the law, but still practiced even in our modern times. The drive of the strain of warriors simply to fight board to board and with no more than clenched fists. Two men fight until such time one is unable to continue or is unconscious or outskilled, deadly dealt blows. It is, to say the least, barbaric. As a fighter, though, I can see its excitement. Its fighters' palatial elements, or strongest, technical, cleverest man standing, or woman, instinctive nature, role play, yet again, a simulation of survival of the cleverest and the fittest and the most technical. In my past, I come in contact with many exponents of this deadly art form, and it is an art or martial art, as is karate or judo. Although it may fail to make a title or sport in our modern society is indeed a fighting art. The techniques are that of boxing, and there is skill involved, but only more technical, strong, clever will survive. I ponder. The motivation of the bare knuckle fighter has the same drive, the same restart fight. The goals are somewhat the same: prize money, incentives, titles. Of course, the fist fighter puts his or her existence on the line. Several weeks ago, a TVD of actual bare knuckle bout in my position, holding the tape itself was very poor. But I was still able to see this rare fighting spectacle, this craft of survival. I viewed the particular match several times, which did not last more than 3 2-minute rounds. Not missing the commitments. My first impression was of acute horror. The fighters played badly from blows, sustained leg punches, the fight was stopped in the 3rd round. When received bad hook or right hook technique, heel over the fighter. As a fighter, I felt strange respect. I saw this age-old style of deadly fighting. Both fighters had been skilled in footwear, boxing, true realism resisted their spirits. Safety gloves and gum shields were not for them. My thoughts led that they were confused. Was it barbaric? I questioned it. I recollected my time as a youth, early in my own martial arts career, watching certain local karate tournaments. To my astonishment, some of the competitors wore what can only be described as paper mitts, which covered very little of the knuckles of the hand. I remember that day distinctly. There were several incidents, abrasion injury, one sort of the dislocated elastic cloth separated the competitors or civilized them from that preventable fighter. I think to understand the bare fist fighter, one must be a fighter oneself. His or her ability, his sharpness, his polish finish should be similar, but of course more physical and direct than that of the civilized competitor as such in the parameter of the rules. The circle man fights not just for one or woman, fights not just for money. It is much more than that. It's a game, challenge, or level of extremity that is both death-defying and by the highest level of game chess, physical game chess. One creature have this fighter is part of our native practiced heritage, whether we like it or not, as is football or cricket. Part of our past may hold some regard or dishonesty. Nevertheless, it's there. The closet in the end is the best place on the side, as it's proven. As long as the will, the spirit, man of kind, instinct, exponent is around, reasons for these warriors to prove their mettle will inevitably prosper. And finally, fighter is a fighter in any context, be it bare knuckle or points karate, as long as there is a will to win, to survive. Spirit succeed. Only the individual elementally ambitious drive to make life more realistic and repeat separate styles and creeds. In conclusion, fight endurance relegate eventual belligerent respected warrior by way of independent aim, circumstances, or particular force reason. In a quote from the late great American President John F. Kennedy, unspoken favourite of this fighting breed, he said, quote, "The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood. Who knows the great enthusiasm, great devotion, who spends himself at a worthy cause, who best knows the aim, trying, of high achievement, and if he fails, at least he fails daring greatly so, that his place shall never be those cold, timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. End quote. I feel John F. Kennedy truly encompassed the whole progressive system of history, this name glory, this unboundless fraternity of man and woman. Is to me, personally, that of a perpetual lily, whose spirit so high that to be a common humankind, to be a champion of men and women, is a quality that in my heart will hold more value than any material object that I could have ever owned. To be worthy of the title warrior and the ancient stream of an instinctive ageist breed. This piece of lean written work I dedicate to you, fighter, the warrior, in anticipation that I have reflected in some small way the nature of this creed, whose tireless devotion of perfection is ceaseless art form, whose quest for supremacy is an endless road. Men, women of standing, hold your heads up high.